Hey, and welcome back to the channel. This week I thought we'd get back into a bit of work on the patrol. So we've got it behind us here, sitting here ready to go. Let's take you back to where it started with pulling the old bull bar off the old patrol and all the other jobs involved in between. So the strip down continues. We're stripping the old patrol down. We've got all the front guards off it. Side steps are off. I've got them up there. Got to give them a clean up and put a bit of paint on them. We're going to try and get this bull bar off today. We'll get that off hopefully with the winch. Probably clean it up a bit. I might try and pop a couple of dents out of it. We'll see how we go. So we got that to do. Got everything undone. I've just shimmied it forward just a little bit. Put a little sling around it. All the wiring is disconnected. Half of it's hanging down there. We're just going to use the engine crane because, oh well, you know, I don't want to kill my back. And I haven't taken the winch out of it or anything like that. So we got an engine crane here, so we may as well use it. It's on 2 ton. Not that it's going to be 2 ton, but couldn't be bothered lengthening it. So just going to jack it up and put it on that. Just going to go nice and easy. Slowly tow it up the top, up near the shed where I can take it off and start stripping the lights and winches and whatever else needs to come out of it. Get ready for paint. Oh, maybe try and knock a few dings out of it, fix them up. Oh, let's see how we go. Got the guard. This will be replacing the passenger's guard on that one. But before we paint it red, because it was blue with the old truck, before we paint it red, I've cleaned up a bit of surface rust on the inside and treated it with a bit of rust converter. I've taped up all the holes and we're just going to blow some black just straight in the back of it just to protect the inside a little bit. I've also drilled out a big hole here just to help get rid of a heap of rubbish that builds up in this area here. I'm hoping that's going to work. It should be just behind the flare. So you should be able to stick the hose up there and blow all the mud and crap that gets stuck up in there out. That's the plan. Hopefully it works. Probably won't. But we've got the big hole for the snorkel there and the snorkel holes. That's ready to blow a bit of paint on the back. We'll get the back all painted up and then we'll give the front, give the blue a bit of a rough up, rub it back, and we will try and get it to match that colour. I bought a pressure pack of this red. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll get all that happening and we're going to blow some red on it. I'll mask it up and blow some red on it. And a couple of coats of red and then a couple of coats of clear, I'm guessing. And then that'll go on the troll. Pressure cleaning done. Gave both the side steps a hit. They are really bruised and battered, especially underneath. So we'll blow a bit of paint on them, give them a dual lux rebuild, and the bull bar inside and out has been hit with the pressure cleaner. Ripped it all back, so she's ready for a bit of a dual lux rebuild. We had a bit of a dent just here, which we've knocked out. There's a little bit of spot there we should probably fill with a bit of filler. But we'll see how it goes. The light might actually cover that, so we'll try the light in there again. But yeah, give her a bit of time to dry and we'll blow some paint. A little bit of satin black over the top of the bull bar just to freshen it up, and also the side steps, so I'll give them a hit as well. Alright, so we're going to get this one off, and hopefully there's not too much rusting behind there that we have to clean up. There it is, alloy bar off. What do we got in here? It's not too bad, a little bit of surface rusty there. Stuff's a bit surface rusty, but a little spot there. Clean that up, clean in there. Try and clean them up a little bit, give them a bit of a paint. Hopefully that keeps it going for a few more years. And there's an alloy bar. If anyone's wanting an alloy bar, hit us up. I don't know what they're worth, but we'll probably have a look on Facebook, see what they're going for, and chuck it up. Need a bit more money to fund more projects. So before we put this bar on, we've got to clean up that rust and stuff, give that a bit of paint, but we also got to get this guard on. It's easier to do while the full bar's off. Alright, so we just wire wheeled that back. It's a pretty aggressive wire wheel, pretty hard, and that one's not too bad. That one blew out into a big hole. The rest aren't too bad, and then there's that one's blown out into a bit of a hole as well. Yeah, and this bracket's got heaps of surface rust on it, so I'll clean that up and it can bolt back up in there. So it's rough and needs a bit of smoothing off, but we've welded in some plate, cut it out squarer, cut out the rust and welded in some plate. So we're going to clean them up, give them a bit of a treat again with a bit of rust converter, and then I'm going to spray as much into that cavity as I can of a mix, just to try and prevent any more rust on the inside that I can't see. Well, it's the usual, as rough as you can get it, but it should do the trick. It's welded in there nice and strong, help strengthen them back up after the rust holes. So we'll give them a bit of a rust converter just to give it a bit extra help, and then we'll give it a bit of paint. Nice look of paint, and hopefully this will be dry by this afternoon to start putting it all back together. We've got to whip this guard off, so I've popped the light out already, just got it hanging there for now. Got to get up in there to get one of those bolts, and then undo all these bolts and get this guard off and swap it over. Unplug the light, pull the flares off, and we got the guard off. A little bit of surface rust here, clean up and treat. Other than that, looks pretty good. Obviously we're going to have to get rid of this stuff because we don't need that anymore. We need to cut this outer hole to that dimension, or just bigger. It fits through the inner part but not to the out. So it's got to come through so that that can join onto the snorkel. Somehow make it a bigger hole. So I've screwed a bit of timber in there to try and get it to locate in the right spot for the drill to hold. Hopefully I've got enough battery power, but I probably won't. See how we go. Scrap. One ugly looking hole. It needs a clean up, but other than a clean up, I think it will fit. It's tight. Little die head on in the drill. They don't have an actual die grinder, stick them on high. We'll clean that up a bit. So there we go. Cut it out. I made it a little bit bigger. Nothing wrong with having more room. And I just folded up that lip just to give it a bit more strength, and also takes out the roughness of the edge as well. Got to clean it all up, whack a bit of paint on it. Righto, so I've bolted it all up and put the blinker in. I've put the snorkel on. That was a mission of a job to put on while it was on the car. Next time, do it before you put it on. Put the top of the aerial on, and I've chucked the blinker on. But we ran into a bit of a problem. So at the moment, she's a Bluetooth snorkel, meaning there's nothing connecting the airbox to the snorkel head. And the problem being this adapter part that goes inside, it's a bit short on this side. I don't know why, whether it's been cut down or what over the years. So it was struggling to join up. But then on the big snorkel side, and so the hose clamp goes on the outside of this, it had some damage in here and looked like it was leaking. So I've started doing a bit of a plastic weld to fix it, but I don't reckon the plastic weld's going to hold real well once you put a hose clamp around there. So I'm biting the bullet and going a different option. So I've ordered some parts, and when that arrives, we'll show you what I'm doing. So while we're waiting for parts for this, we're going to whack the bull bar on. Let's get into it and get that on the car, bolted up. Bull bar is on. It's got the winch in there, number plates on. I only put 2 spotlights on for now. I'm going to see whether I like it with 2. Still got that flare to put on. We'll get to that. I'll probably leave that off until we do the snorkel mod. Now I've run the in-cab winch control and the UHF antenna just to there for now. Going to run them into the cab. That'll be the next job. Other than that, got to wind the rope back on the winch, and front end is ready to roll. The old sliders are on, passenger side. They're bent, they're rough, but they'll do the job of protecting the sills. That's the main thing I'm worried about. So yeah, that's a job ticked off the list. What do we got now? I still haven't finished that guard. Needs a flare, needs the inside stuff to fix. Got to sort out connecting the snorkel to the airbox. Bull bar is on, all the wiring's done for that. Winch needs rope on it. Just running 2 spotties for now. And UHF needs to be run into the car, and in-cab controls for the winch need to be run into the car. So yeah, she's getting there.
In a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race, every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself